Second down.
Second down, next question for the Lions nickel package. Who gets more snaps next year? James Houston or Romeo Okwara?
What my hope is that it's Okwara, believe it or not, because that means he's a contributing piece to this defense and somebody that just puts another log on the fire. We asked a question yesterday, Lindsay. We said, will the Lions defense be a top 15 defense? And unilaterally, I was like, yeah, right, right about there. If you want them to be closer to a top 10, then when you start working backwards from that, a guy like Romeo Okwara is a guy that becomes a piece of that, like a central piece of that. I hope it's Okwara. Houston, too, to hedge it, Houston's in that specialty role, kind of like the deep threat receiver of the defense, like passing situations, get to the QB, that kind of stuff. I hope it's Okwara, Lindsay.
Well, of course, for selfish reasons, I hope it's Houston, and I hope he really can step into a role.
Jackson State, stand up.
Of course.
Yep.
That he can step into a role and dominate even more and prove that he's a bona fide, pass rusher, like a guy that can play just more than a specialty role.
And I think too, like people forget with James Houston, they act like he just came out of nowhere, and I guess to some degree he did, but people forget he was a big time recruit in college, big time recruit.
Well, that's what happens when you go to a smaller school. People tend to write you off and say, "Oh, this guy came out of nowhere." No, he didn't come out of nowhere.
He was at Florida, dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what happens, and I'm just happy for him that he's really playing well, and hopefully he can flourish this year.